right, we got Chew. Hey, what's up? I was doing some other stuff before, and I was on Tres Amigos. Caught their final end. I was going to go live earlier, and then I went on and I saw that they were still on there, so I don't like to jump on anybody's time. So I figured I'd wait till they were finished. So here I am, seeing what's going to happen, see who shows up, see if anybody's awake. How you doing today, Chew? Rocka. You can always count on Rocka. How you doing, hon? Thanks for coming by. Yeah, you and Chew so far. I mean, I just lit this sucker up. You're gonna see what happens. I'm gonna show you a couple little things I got going on for tomorrow. I talked about my Popeye and Bluto. I got these all set up. I'm gonna be pouring those tomorrow. Making a mess. Making a mess of my desk over here. Trying to get the lights set up right, and I'm knocking stuff all over the place. I just figured we'd give it a shot, see who's still awake. Get a little bit of time. I need to bring up my hours. Bart, how you doing? Oh, so Bart, you've been around for a little while. 6 years? Alright, so we're gonna smurf you up. There you go. We're gonna turn you blue. Welcome aboard, Bart. I like everybody to be able to connect with each other, look each other up, sub to them. I'm good. Glad you're hanging in there. That's all we can all do right now, right? Yeah, I got tomorrow off. I'm gonna do some pouring. Deneen, hey baby. How you doing? Welcome to the shit show. No, I was on a couple different feeds before. And I figured, I'll give it a shot, see who's up, see what's going on. I'm excited about doing these pours, in the morning. So I thought I'd come out here and do a little preview. Because I did like a whole video of how I made these and everything like that, and I lost the entire, like, it was like a half-hour video that I had made. So I did like a quick, short, like 6-minute video. But I showed how I made the vents, how I did everything else. But we'll give it a minute or two. See who jumps in, who comes up. And I'll break these open for you. Give you a little sneaky peek. There. That's your buddy Bluto right there. He's ready to go. I got Popeye that I had to do a little bit of finagling with because his pipe broke off. So I'm gonna try to show you a little bit about what the hell I actually did. So I should probably break out a few tools here so I can show you. I think those will work. I found, trying to figure out what this is yet. I haven't really looked at it yet. You're probably not going to be able to see it here. But I got this in a coin store today. Not exactly sure what it is. I should probably put that other light up here. My eyes suck, so I haven't really checked it out yet. It's nothing I recognize. I'm starting to get pretty decent at least having an idea of where they come from. But it's definitely copper. Yeah, Bart, that becomes a problem. It most certainly does. So you pour, that's awesome. Well, then you'll appreciate these. I got Popeye and I got Bluto. Let's bust open this first one. Show you what's going on here. And that's would be, this is the front side of Bluto. Everything looks out like it came out pretty nice. And what I did last time, in the first video, is I showed how, I pulled out all the dirt, from here, and how I put in all my lines like this. I mean, you push, you don't pull. I need to actually redo these a little bit. That way I won't have to worry about them in the morning. Because whenever I put it back together, it closes up just a little bit. So we want to get him all set. And there's my little Bluto dude. He's doing good in there. I'm not gonna take him out. I'm not gonna move him. Just gonna make sure that these vents are nice. Now, I don't know if you can see it there, but just because I put it on top of each other a little bit, you can see how it's closed up a little bit. So we're going to make them nice and clean, nice and deep. I'm doing these for Mr. Minix. Rest Bobo, what's going on? No, these are the same ones. I'm just doing a recap because I lost most of my video from the first one. But these are going to get poured tomorrow morning. I'm just kind of like coming out here and doing a recap of what was going on. And then this is Popeye. Bring Popeye over here a little bit. Now Popeye is the problem child. This is the back. So right now he's face down in the dirt. I'm going to make sure that these lines are nice and good. I want to come right off of that hand. Because I have a, as I explained in the first video, my silver is going to be coming down from this direction. Right? So this is going to be the inlet. It's going to come down this way. Now the silver is going to come straight down here. And then it needs to go back uphill. It needs to go uphill into the arm, uphill into the leg. So you want to have that air outlet. So none of the gas, I mean, well there are technically gases because of the oil that's in the sand. So you can wind up with air bubbles that you don't want to have in your pour. So we'll make sure those are all nice and clean. I think this is really going to work. Yeah, figures are very tricky. This is the first time I've done them, and they're actually coming out really good. I am very surprised on how good these are coming out. So we're going to do that line there. I got the legs. There's going to be some cleanup, obviously. There's going to be a lot of cleanup on these. But I think everything is going to work good. You see how he's loose in there, like a loose tooth on a little kid. That thing's just sitting in there wiggling. Actually, I'm probably going to keep these separate for the night. I don't know. Maybe I'll put them back together. But I don't want to go screwing up my lines again. Now this is the tricky part. What I've done with Popeye. Now, like I said, Popeye lost his pipe. Come on, Popeye. Thanks for the gumball. Now, typically, Popeye should have a pipe on his face. It busted off. It was like just a little tiny piece of string. So what I did, let me try to get in a little bit more light here so where I can see it. What I did was I took a little piece of shot and I buried it in the sand right where I need a different tool. Hold on. That's the one I need. So what I did was I took one of these ends and I bored, a hole right where the pipe should be in his face. And then I took and I dropped in a little tiny piece of shot to be the end of the pipe. And then it was obviously getting mixed up, the sand because of the, putting him in there. So I put Popeye back in there, pressed him down real good, and then I came in with this post and just made a nice little light hole, and I can feel the end of that little piece of shot. So hopefully that is going to turn into a pipe. So we're going to find out. I mean, this was a tricky little thing to do. We're going to put Popeye back in there. Make sure that I didn't screw up the dirt around his mouth. Hopefully it'll come out and be a perfect little pipe, but I doubt it. It's probably going to take me 2 or 3 times to do Popeye. Bluto, I think he's going to come out beautiful. He'll be fine. But Popeye, I mean, to get that pipe right, it might take a couple pours to get that right. Bart, you got a what? A pocket ninja turtle out of copper and one out of homemade bronze that I need to cast. Is that what you're saying? You need to cast them. What do you pour with, Bart? No, I mainly do silver, but I do like pouring brass. I'd rather pour brass than copper. Yeah, I do all kinds of. I bet Betty Boop would come out good too. I do. You've seen some of the stuff I've done. I've done Winnie the Pooh. I've done little tiny frying pans. I've done fire hydrants. I've done some of my ancient artifacts like the Eye of Horus and the scarab. Denise's wearing one of my scarabs right now. I sent one to her. There's only been 3 made. I wear one. I sold one to somebody at work, and Deneen has one because they are such a pain in the ass to make. I mean, it's very small, very fine detail. So there's only 3 in existence. You've seen those. I probably showed you this a freaking 1,000 times. That's a lot of work to get into those little pieces because you have to pour like right at the tail, and then you have to take out everything that's in the center there, and all the lines gotta be right. You know, you gotta have the lines in the back. I mean, and then the front. And it's just a very intricate piece. It's not easy to pour. Well, it's easy to pour, but it's not easy to clean up. And clean up, you know, Bart, I'm sure you can attest to this. Cleanup is the hardest part of pouring anything. Because if you don't pour it right and you get all that extra slag on the sides, you got a couple hours worth of work at least. And you can burn up some tips, burn up some bits real quick. The little cutters and stuff like that you use. I mean, I could probably. I actually thought about getting like an actual jeweler set. Thinking maybe that would be a little bit easier. I mean, because this is just like a standard Dremel tool kit. No, I've got shit. I got a whole box full of different bits, files. I've got a whole nother box of all another things of polishing. I've got like a couple different sets just for that. But I love doing odd pours. I love doing ancient artifacts, bringing them back to life. I was actually talking to Aaron Burke yesterday. I don't know if you know who Aaron Burke is, but I've spoken very highly of him for quite a while. He is with Harlan J. Burke. He is my antiquities dealer where I get all my Roman coins and my Greek coins and my ancient artifacts from. And he was on with Frostbite Coins. And I said, I want your email. I said, you know, I said, I want to send you some pictures of the stuff that I done. So I sent him the pictures of the Eye of Horus and the scarab, and along with it, you know, was the original piece, you know, right alongside of it. And he thought it was awesome. He thought it was cool. He's like, those are awesome. It's like, so you approve then, right? Okay, thank you. Aaron Burke approves. Aaron Burke approves. Oh, see, what's up, my brother? Hey, coating on my back, feeling good. Little present from Mr. O.C. Stacker. Him and his doctor buddies got together and they've got this company putting out this product. And I can tell you, my back feels good. It was feeling good all day at work. You know, it kind of wore off during the day. And I really couldn't apply. I mean, I work in a deli. So it's kind of hard to apply anything to your back when you're wearing an apron, you got your shirt tucked in, you know, and all that other stuff. And you ain't got really nobody to help you out. So, but Suda, how you doing? Welcome aboard. And LC also sent me my Reese's Pieces. Thank you very much. They're getting low. I've been snacking on them. No, there's no smell to it at all, really. No, because if you use like icy hot or something like that, you know how that smells. It's got that camphor phenique or whatever they call it. Got mentholated oil. But no, there's no odor to this. I wasn't worried about it staining my clothes, but that's good to know too. So what do you think, OC? Popeye's ready to go? Bluto's ready to go. I'm going to be pouring these tomorrow morning. That's the other half of Popeye. This is the other part of Bluto. Now I wanted to come up here and just do a little bit of recap because I had made like a half-hour video of how I did all this, and I freaking lost it. I don't know what happened, but I lost it. So I wanted to come back and, you know, Mr. Minix, I did like a short little 6-minute video just on the like little piece of Popeye that I was doing, but nobody got to see actually how I, you know, tried to make the pipe. So I just wanted to give a little bit of explanation. So we got the whole little group that's usually here. Let's see where we start. We have OC, we have Pseudo, Deneen, obviously, Raka, Res Bobo, Bart showed up. I made him a Smurf. I think he's still here. He's a pourer too. Definitely gonna have to check him out. I'd like to see what he's got going on in his channel. So I'm gonna have to sub him up. Sometimes I heat my sand. He asked this. Oh, this was a while ago. A few minutes ago. Yeah, sometimes I heat my sand. But I do live in Florida. So a lot of times I'll just take these and I'll put them on the back porch in the sun. But if it's cooler out or something like that, I'll take these. I'll clamp them. I'll put them in the oven at like 250. For like a half hour. Just to get the sand nice and warm. Come on back, Bart. Where you at? You were just having an interesting conversation here. That's all right. It's late. I knew that coming up here. Shit, it's already 2:30. But I had other people on, and I don't like jumping on somebody's time. So I try to be nice. Some people were running extremely late tonight. But that's okay, because I won a Mercury dime from Cash Money from Tres Amigos, and that is going to go to Copportunity. I don't know if you've heard about this yet or not, but every dime that you donate goes into this jar, and they have estimated, and it gives you a little running. You put your name. You can send in a whole roll, and you'll get 50 submissions. But what they're doing is they're filling this huge jar, and they've estimated that it's probably going to be about $7,500 when it is full. And they're running this all the way till sometime in October, I believe. Sherry Ward, how you doing? Oh my goodness, I definitely have to smurf you up. Oh, welcome, welcome. All right, you're going to have to give me 1 second. Sherry, don't go anywhere. All right, I want to show you something. Give me 1 second. I know exactly where it is, so you ain't got to worry about it. All right, let me get this out of the way. We're done with Popeye and Bluto. We're done with these tools. All right, this is That's just a bag. Here we are. Should be in this bag. But I was on with Capital Currency before. I bought um, I bought a little copper heart, and I bought two coins that weren't actually in a slab. One was the Silver Eagle, or the Walking Liberty, however you want to call it, and the other was a commemorative coin from for the Korean War. There it is. Sherry, Sherry Ward, you still there? Check this out. Miss Sherry Ward. You remember this one? Little Cheshire cat. I believe I got this. I believe I had got this from Capital. I bought, like I said before, uh, all this stuff I bought from Capital Currency. I got 2cc rounds. Got a nice little pew pew, as they call it. This is a three-piece. Nice little three-piece. One's got Warrior on it. Other one's Protection. Other one is Transform. I know they all have some kind of a meaning to it. I don't know exactly what they are, but where's the other stuff I got from Cap? Oh, there's the big arrowhead that his grandfather found. And I also have the horse and the cowboy. And I also have the lion. That was all from Cap. What have I got in this bag? Those are empty. This is all 90%. This is all my miscellaneous 90%ers. I got Morgans, a lot of Mercuries. I got all kinds of shit in there. This is all my miscellaneous stuff because I actually collect. I'm working on two series. I've got my Bennies and I have my Mercuries that I'm trying to work on making complete sets. Silica. Don't forget your silica packs. Those are awesome. Oh, these are my pores. Some of my other pores. I've got a couple skulls, an alien head, and of course, the Eye of Horus. This is the prototype. This is the one that I use to cast all my new stuff. I am up to number 6 right now on the Eye of Horus. And that one's going to Renee and me. But yeah, I just picked up some nice peace dollars. But I got a nice little stack of Morgans. rest of this should all be, oh, here's another Morgan. Oh, she's rough. She might need a dipping. Damn, I didn't know I had that many Morgans. There's another. Let's collect the quarters. I got a booby quarter somewhere. This isn't it. Because it's got the three stars in the bottom. You know, the original Type 1 has 6 on one side, 7 on the other. No stars underneath. See, this is a Type 2 because the date is gone. The date should be right underneath here. The date was raised, so it wore off real quick. Now, Type 3 that they have, the date is recessed. So Type 3 is a lot easier to find. So when you get a bunch of Type 2s, you know it's a Type 2, but you ain't got a clue on what freaking year it is. How are they going to draw the winner on the dime challenge? I believe they are going, from what I understood, they were going to break it down into like several different wheels. Everybody's name was going to be put into the computer or whatever it was, and it was going to go through like several different wheels to finally figure out. Because, I mean, if every person throw in just one dime, that's thousands and thousands of people. So, but these are all my extra Mercuries and my Benny, my extra Mercuries and my Roosevelts. So if anybody needs a date of Mercuries that you don't have, I know I did that with Bellows for a little while. I'll be happy to trade you out if you're actually looking for a date. No, you just send me one in return. But I got some pretty nice ones. That's a nice Merc right there. But you'd have to get with Opportunity to figure out, just go to his site. I don't know how to download anybody's link or nothing like that, but if you go to his site, I mean, a lot of channels are getting involved with this. A lot of the racing channels, Steve Searching for Silver, Trace Amigos, they're all doing races, and what they're going to do is they're going to give you a Mercury dime for your win, and they're going to take that dime and they're going to donate it to Opportunity to put in that jar. So I won a dime tonight, so I got one dime in. I plan on throwing a whole roll in. I'm going to get a whole roll of Rosies, and I'm going to donate it in there. Because each dime is a vote. Well, not a vote, but it's a ticket. It's a spot for you. I mean, if each one, counts as one of yours. So, if you send the whole roll in, you got like 50 chances. That's probably like 120 bucks. Probably a little bit more now, the way silver just went up. But I know your average roll was usually about 120 bucks. Rhonda Tolliver, how you doing? There you go. Everyday Opportunity. Thank you for dropping the link for me. You can all go and check out that link, and there's a video and everything. It'll tell you exactly how everything is being done. Don't go by me. Go get it straight from the horse's mouth. That's a nice little chunk of freaking silver right there. How much does that weigh? Just out of curiosity. Damn, that's almost 7 ounces of silver right there. Well, 90% silver, but that's almost 7 ounces right there. Rhonda, you're awesome. Yeah, Rhonda was actually my. Was it my 400th or my 300th? I think you were. I think you were my 300th subscriber, or was it my 4? I don't remember. No, it was 3. So I sent Rhonda a little something extra for a thank you. 3 or 350? I don't remember. I was trying to hit a goal, and Rhonda put me over the top. She put me right there. 300. Yeah, that's what I thought it was. I believe I sent you a little mint set that I have. I got a box of them down there. I'm trying to save them all because when I hit the 500, 500 is going to be big. 500 is going to go good. You're going to see some stuff getting given away there. So y'all sub up. Make sure everybody subs up. 500 is going to be good. Just throwing money around. Yeah, some of these are so dirty. You know they've been around for a long time. Oh, it's such a pretty sound. Silver Sushi. Wow, thanks for coming by. Ain't seen you in here. Otherwise, you'd be blue. So we gotta change that. Let's get you smurfed up. There you go. Thanks for coming by. Make sure you like, subscribe, share, all that good shit. We're trying to make things work around here. I'm getting close to 5, I'm still a ways away. I'm thinking like a 420 something right now, somewhere in that area. It's good to see you come in. I've been working on my Wheaties. I found a nice 1940 the other day. That was funny. I was talking to Frostbite because he had mentioned, how he was talking about the mint rarities and stuff like that, and you know, this could be a mint rarity, but if it's not in good condition, it still ain't nothing but a freaking penny. I mean, if unless it's in like 68 plus, it's just a penny. I mean, I think that's crazy. Humble, welcome aboard. How you doing, my friend? Did you get my package yet? I just sent Humble a 9 millimeter and a 45 that I poured because he got with 3D Woodworks, and he's making me 3D Woodworks is going to be making me a Morgan ring for my thumb. So he's working on that now. So I want to do something good for my body. Oh, you got it today? Awesome. Great. I shined them up nice and good for you, my friend. They came out nice. I want to do some more of those long rounds. I need to pour a whole lot of shit. I mean, I got so much stuff sitting in my freaking. I got like a little bag full of stuff that I need to pour. Yeah, it's. I mean, it's worth a shot. I mean, it's no different than playing lotto. He's going to run it for so long. I mean, they estimated if it gets up to the top of the bottle, he said they're going to run it till either the top of the bottle or till a date. If it hits the top of the bottle, you're probably looking about $7,500 in dimes. If they hit the date first, then whatever's in there is going to be, what's in there. Yeah, Humble. I was just saying, I want to make some more of those long rounds. Well, you got my number, Humble. You just give me a ring. Give me a shout. I got some good stuff going on. I don't want to say too much right now, but I'm going to be doing a lot of growing here shortly, in another month or so. I'm going to be pouring like crazy. Bring this over here. You sold 49 weenies for 150 plus shipping. I think I bought a whole roll of Wheaties. Um, God, I don't remember who. I think I got it from Auction Palooza, and I don't think I paid that much. Good for you. No, none of mine are either. I mean, it wasn't about. I'm not trying to find a mint coin. I just wanted to have a nice. I bought a nice roll of Wheaties. Plus, I've got several that I've found. No, I've told you all before. I got this gas station that I go to. Well, no, it's actually not a gas station. It's a package store. But I usually go there, buy my smokes and my drinks and stuff like that. And they got one of those little jars up there with pennies and coins in it. And I'm always searching through there. He's like, "Did you find a good one?" It's like, "Yeah." I said, "This one will work." But I'll pull out wheat pennies, stuff like that. Still haven't found no silver, but I find a lot of 82 and below. And that goes in, one of my other jars. These are 82s I haven't weighed yet. Because you got to go by the weight, because there was a split year for 82. I've shown you all this stuff before. This is nothing new to you guys. Come on, open sesame. These are all Indian heads that are like really, kind of like really getting deteriorated. So I'm afraid to keep them with anything else. I'm slowly starting to try to clean them up a little bit. I mean, I got some in there that I should probably take out. These are nice. Some of them I've cleaned up. I actually did it by using E-Zest. I mean, look at that. That's an Indian head. If I don't do something with that thing, it's just gonna rot. Well, actually, it goes by the weight. The 82 is a split year. And I'm just talking about copper content. I'm not talking about, it being anything special. But the copper content on an 82 is different. One of them is higher, one of them is lower. I believe the higher is the actual, you know, like a below 82 copper coin. The other one is mixed up with too much zinc, so it's kind of like it's a split year. I mean, they stopped making them, halfway through, so it's a mix. Oh, and I know some of you have obviously followed, my ship series that I did with all these, and blue blocker right there. This is where this came from. This is where Ron Navy got this from. He says he has another one of these. So if anybody is interested in getting it, I mean, I already told him, I said I'd buy it, but I think he wants somebody else to have it. But if you're interested in it, get a hold of him right there. He has another exact set, just like this, that he is willing to part with. I appreciate it, OC. You have a good night, man. Yeah, I'm gonna put up this shit here. That's my stuff. A little silica pack. Can't forget your silica pack. It's over there. Yeah, but he said he's got another set that he's willing to part with. So if anybody is interested in getting that set, get a hold of him. Baka should be able to come back now. You'll have to explain that to me later, honey. I don't know what that means. But these are nice copper pieces from Capital Currency. I bought all these in one night. I kind of like cornered the market on his pours that night. I bought all these, with the original intent to pour them in silver someday. So I'm just gonna keep holding on to them. I got so much stuff that I want to pour. I mean, I bought so many different things. Now check this out. I got a nice big old megalodon tooth. I've already poured this once, but the tips didn't come out right. They were a little bit cut off. Like I was explaining earlier, the silver has to go down and then come back up. Well, it didn't come up far enough, so these were like cut off. And I'm too much of a fucking perfectionist, so I decided it wasn't. Remelted the damn thing, and when I did, the entire mold blew apart. I had, well, I think this was like seven ounces of silver that it took to do this. 7 ounces of silver went all over my cookie sheet, so I had to pull it all apart, break it apart, remelt it again, and I've yet to try it again. But I did have those spoons, well, those little painting shovels that I did for Humble. So I had to make a little mold. So I think it would work a lot better if I pour it in this one next time. So I'm keeping that. And someday I'm gonna do them all. Like I said, I got some shit coming up real quick, so I'm gonna be pouring like a madman. B&B. Oh, Blue Block, there you are. Oh, we gotta get you straightened out. Yeah, we got. Where's B? Where'd B&B go? Shit, B&B has been on here for. I thought he's been on here before. Alright, Blue Blocker, you should be good. I don't know where B&B went. Alright, we're gonna have to wait for him to pop up. He retracted his message. You have a weekly. I gotta look over at my other screen. I have a weekly sale Tuesday at 8:30. Awesome. I'm working on it, Rhonda. I just gotta wait for B&B to come back. I can't believe. Oh my God. He hasn't been to my live feed yet? I thought for sure he was here before. Well, come on back, B&B. I gotta smurf you up. You must have heard me talking about you because I was talking about the ship series that I was doing, and you said that you had another one that you might be willing to part with. I said I would take it, but if you want somebody else to have it, I'm not going to stand in the way of that. I know you like to spread it around. I'm not going to be greedy. Okay, so who was BB? And their message was retracted. Was that somebody you all kicked out? Was that a troll? I am reading the chat. The message was retracted from BB. It was retracted. It's gone. No, Blue Bacchus come up just as his regular name. Okay, so there was only one. Don't confuse me, Rhonda. I think they are messing with me, dude. That's alright. I mess with enough people. They're allowed to mess with me back. Well, actually, I have two. I have another one that I use to be able to get my feed so I can read everybody. So I actually have two sites. I don't use it for nothing else except for trying to be able to read the feed. No, yeah, I know. Technically, you're supposed to be able to just pull it up by yourself, but like I said, I'm a freaking dinosaur. This computer shit, I can't do. Okay, I got you. All right, Humble. Give me a holler tomorrow. I'll be off. Tell me what you want. We'll make it work. Now, I'll show you what he's after. I should have him right here. This is what he wants. Come on out of there. He wants these little puppies right there. I just sent him a 9 and a 45. Got the nice little snub nose. Nice 45 snub nose. These are the ones that he's wanting. I poured him, I don't know, what, three or four of these? I don't remember. But those are nice. These pour nice. These come out really good. My buddy gave me a bunch of different other shells. These, I don't know if anybody's ever going to buy them. Because it's probably going to be freaking a good 4 or 5 ounces of silver to do these big boys. But that would be cool. That'd be a nice pour. But I got bags of stuff like this. You know, stuff that I bought. Humble, yeah. Those are the ones you want. You want them in copper? I can do them in copper if you want. I mean, I'm not a big fan of copper, but I could do it for you. I've got one crucible that I keep just for, doing stuff like copper and bronze. I don't mix if you know, I wait till the one that I pour silver in starts to get old, and then I kind of like, okay, now I'll pour copper and stuff in it. But I don't contaminate my stuff. But I do have an extra crucible that I can pour in to do copper. In in copper, the shotgun shells. A Jenga set. If you want to do it, I'll do it for you. I mean, I am the crazy pourer, for sure. I mean, I've done little frying pans. I've done bowling pins. There's not much out there. If I can fit it in sand, and it has a nice draft on it, I'll pour it. Just like this Popeye and Bluto that I'm doing now. Minix has been trying to find somebody to pour something like that for him for a long time, and all the guys that pour, they basically don't want anything to do with it because it's too difficult, too hard, or it's too time consuming. I said, fuck it, bring it on. The more difficult the project, I love it. I love a challenge. That's what makes me good. That's what makes me better. Because every time I come across something that nobody else will freaking do and I can do it, bam, in your face. All right, Humble. We'll talk about it tomorrow whenever you want. Yeah, these would be easy to pour in copper and a lot cheaper too. That son of a bitch would be expensive in silver. But I got a little mini. I think that's a 16. No, that's a 12. That's a 12. They're, no, they're all 12. Just different grades, I'm sure. It's been a long time since I've dealt with weapons and ammunition. So I'm kind of out of the loop. Yeah, Humble. I'll hook you up. I think I still have over here. Here. See that, Humble? I saved one. This is one of the copper rounds you sent me last time. I got one saved. I'll just drop it over there. I can't find the stand. Yeah, just give me a holler. I got the whole day off, so we can figure it out. You just tell me what you want, and I'll work on it. Oh, sorry, didn't mean to knock you around. And blue blockers, if you want something, you just give me a holler. Email's right there. Give me a holler. Tell me what you want. All right, Humble. You have a good night, my friend. Take care of yourself. All right, y'all give me a minute. Chat amongst yourselves. All right, everybody. I am back. Oh, that'd be good. Hold on, I need to make a note of that. Never mind. I'll remember it. Blue Blocker says he's sold out tonight. What are you putting up, Blue Blocker? Are you just everything? You know, slabs or coins or obviously coins. But I'd really like to talk to you about this, the second ship set you have. That would be an amazing 500 GAW gift. You know, anybody who knows me knows I give away good stuff when I do a GAW. No, I'm not cheap. But if you make me a deal on that second set, I would love to be able to give that away at my 500. Oh, excuse me, sorry. All right, so who's still here? No, Rhonda, Humbles, night night. I'm probably the only dumbass that's running around in the middle of the night, but I got tomorrow off. Yeah, it is 3:24 here right now. Yeah, me and Humble have done a lot of business together. Primary TV. Oh, so you must do some dealings with Goomba Gary too. Goomba Gary loves the Canadians. Oh, so you like ancient coins? Yeah, I like. I've got several Roman, several Greek coins. Yeah, I probably have watched him on. Yeah, that's right. There's a lot of people to watch, man. I'm telling you. You know, I try to get to everybody, but it's not easy. So I usually take like a week, and I'll go hit, pages of stuff that, you know, I'm not familiar with. You know, trying to give everybody a little bit of watch time. But yeah, I've probably most definitely seen Gary unbox some of your stuff. But you like ancient coins too? I got a small collection. Like I said, I buy from Harlan J. Burke. Actually, look what I have sitting right here. This is the new summer catalog. No, this is one of the next auction that they have coming up. It's Harlan J. Burke. I went through this the other day a little bit with you guys. I was doing a mail call, and this had came in the mail. Yep, just knocking shit over. But I mean, if you like ancient coins, Harlan J. Burke is the place to go. You know, I finally I was emailed him yesterday. I was talking to him. I don't know if you were around for that, Blue Blocker. But they got some amazing shit. This is the part that I like. This is all the ancient, you know, Egyptian stuff. I got my eye on this little baby right here. It's $900, but I got my eye on her. Here's a nice little set right there if you want it. That's only $300,000 for those two coins. Oh, you're not into them. You just have accent to them. I love it. There's nothing like having something in your hand that was around before Christ was even born. This is a Roman die. I think this is one is about $300. I'm thinking about. I have one of the Roman knuckle bones that was like pre-die, before they started making dice, because they used to roll knuckle bones from goats. So I got a knuckle bone, but they cast it out of bronze or copper. I think it's copper because it's got a lot of green on it. I can show it to y'all guys, but you've all seen it before, and I'm probably just gonna bore the hell out of you. Tell them, Rhonda. Yeah, I'm getting it. I think I'm gonna get into peer metals. You know, cause I'm not an auction kind of guy. I like to come up here and bullshit with everybody, show off some stuff, you know, talk about it. You know, if you're interested in it, you know, give me an email. You know, we'll talk. We'll cut a deal. You know, all my silver is basically for sale. You know, there's I got some definite keepers. Anything I put on the table, and I'll let you know. You know, all my pours. You know, those are usually for sale if you're interested. But I'm not an auction guy. I'm not gonna sit here and oh here, you know, this. No, I'm not like that. So I think I'm gonna try pure metals and just put it up there. I mean, it's kind of like one of the bullion dealers well websites where you go up there and you look, you know, you see what's there if you like it, you know, like S&D bullion or whatever money metals. It's a whole it's a catalog. It's a series just like that. But pure metals, you know, provides more for us small guys. You know, the guys who are trying to start. You know, the guys who are just breaking into it. The guys who pour. You know, he says he's getting a lot of people who are more interested in the pours You know, because you can sell anything. You can sell slabs. You can sell ancient coins. You know, whatever you want to sell on there. But he's saying that there's a lot more people that are interested in the pours. So, I mean, I've got my account all set up. All I got to do is take some pictures and send it in. But I mean, I've got several of my pours right now on hold because people said, I want them, I want them. I said, all right, I'll put them aside. So I can't really take pictures of them and send it in, you know, because I can't offer something for sale that I've already told somebody, you know, it's yours, I'll hold on to it. So eventually there's going to be a cutoff point, but Woodsy, oh, how you doing? We got to smurf you up. How you doing, Woodsy? We got you smurfed up. You're blue. That's where you can talk to everybody, check them out, sub to them, do all that good stuff. Yeah, while you're here, drop a like, drop a comment. You know, do all that good shit. Try to get me up there. I need some hours. When you go to sleep tonight, replay this live. Let it just roll. Let it just keep rolling. Plug your phone in, put my live on, turn the volume off, and just let it run. Give me some hours. Oreos and ice cream. That sounds pretty good. David, what's up? I ain't seen you on here, obviously, because you are not blue. We're gonna have to fix that. Oh, make sure I got the right one. All right, David, you are now smurfed up. You're nice and blue. You can check everybody out. See, everybody knows David. Dave's not here. Don't be showing your age. How you doing, David? Glad you stopped by. It's nice to see you come over. Make sure you do the like, subscribe, and share, and all that good stuff. I'm not much of a promoter. I just come up here and do my thing. I just want everybody to enjoy my pours. You know, I don't look to make a lot of money. You're not going to make a lot of money doing this shit. That's obvious. Rocco Montel and Treasures. Hello. Let's check you out. Channel activity 2 years ago, 1.7. All right, you're legit. Okay, Rocco, you are now blue. You are now smurfed up, so you can hook up with everybody, check out their channels, sub them up. Sub up all my friends, man. So what are your treasures, man? What are you doing? What you got going on? Yeah, YouTube, my subscribers go back and forth on a daily basis. You know, I'll wake up and two or three subscribers are missing, and then 3 or 4 days later they're back. Non what? Non spec. Sorry. Oh, you don't speak English. Oh, sorry, dude. We speak English in America. Where are you from? Italy. Well, I'm glad to see. I'm glad to have you. I got some people in the UK. Well, I got people all over the country. Well, all over the world, rather. Yeah, no speaking English. Yeah, that's okay. Enjoy the show. What can I tell you? That's okay. That's okay, buddy. We love everybody. Doesn't matter where you come from. Oh, Rocca speaks Italian? Is Rocca Italian? Well, you're gonna have to talk to OC. I mean, because this was a gift from OC, Dave. He's into the he's into the Butterfingers. I like my Reese's. So he OC sent me this I think yesterday. Was it yesterday? Yeah, I think it was yesterday. And he sent me his companies that he's dealing with, and all his doctor buddies. They came up with this new pain cream. I've been trying that out, since yesterday. It seemed to work pretty good. It doesn't stink. No, it's not like icy hot or nothing like that. I do think it needs to work into your system a little bit, though. You got to use it for 3 or 4 days for it to get in your system. It is hemp extract, but there's no THC in it, so it's not nothing that's going to get you freaking high or nothing like that. But once again, marijuana to the rest. A lot of healing properties in it. I'm not a big fan of it, personally, but I don't have anything against it either. Except for this new shit is way too fucking strong. I don't know why they made pot this strong. I mean, back in the day when I was young, you're smoking Colombian gold, shit like that. Um, you'd get high, you'd have a good time. The stuff that they have today, one hit knocks me out, just puts me on my ass. I'm just like a zombie. I'm a drooling idiot. I don't know how these people smoke all day long. It's like it's I don't get it. Well, he doesn't want to be a moderator. It's only for him to be blue. So, no, no moderator. Sorry. Well, you're a moderator whether you like it or not. You can go check out everybody's. Rocka, can you talk to him or no? Or you just understand a little bit? You never said. Are you Italian? Do you can you talk to this dude? You can't talk to him. What the hell are you saying to him? Best Ben, best Van? Oh, it's autocorrect. Sorry. Oh, that's funny as shit. Trying to talk to somebody in a different freaking language, and autocorrect is coming in. Holy shit. It's crazy. I tell you, one of the best times I ever had. I was in Connecticut. I was still a young buck. I was probably 21. I was in the bars. We had our local pub. It was a nice little, basically like a nice little country bar. I never got into like disc, the bebop heavy shit, but this was a nice place. You could go in, you could eat and stuff like that. They had a group of Italians come in. They were working up in Massachusetts, and they were doing tile work for this company somewhere, and they just happened to stop into the bar to have a drink, and we couldn't hardly understand, what the hell they were talking about. One of them spoke a little bit of English, but we had the best freaking time with these guys. It was a blast. All right, Blue Blocker. Hit me up. I want to know about this other set. I'd love to use that for my 500 for my 500 GOG. Rocco's going bye bye too. All right, Rocco. Rocco. Shit, I used to know some Italian. I mean, the town that I grew up in, we had everybody. I mean, we were a melting pot. I gotta read it over here. How could you live out east all those years, not learn any Italian? I know some Italian. I know what muffa is. Muffa is mold. You know, I understand some things, but I can't speak to anybody. I mean, I've lived in frickin' Fort Myers for what, over 10 years now. There's nothing but Spanish around here. I still can't have a conversation with anybody. I mean, I can pick some stuff up. I kind of get the gist of what somebody might be talking about. Yeah, we had everybody. We had Italian, Irish, German, Polish. Um, we had Indians. Actual feather, not dot. Yeah, our town had everybody in it. We had a lot of Italians. We had like frickin' five pizza joints in this one town. I mean, my town was small as far as people wise. Land wise, it was actually the largest town in the state of Connecticut. But people wise, no. Everybody knew everybody and everybody's business. That's part of the reason I left. Oh, Rocka, I know I do. I mean, I work in a deli. I talk to these people all the time, every day. I mean, I don't know how many different, ethnic groups I speak. I've spoken to. I've spoken to Russians, Polands, people from Ukraine, people from well, not that it's a different language, but I mean, you got your UK people. I there's people from everywhere that come to Florida. We are the melting pot. Half of them, it pisses me off because half of them will come up to you with their cell phone and they'll just be like, huh, no, huh, look, look, this is what I want, and then on their screen is what their order is, huh, because they can't speak a freaking word of English. If you want to live here, speak the language. I shouldn't have to look at your phone and babysit you. Learn it, assimilate. That's all we want. There's nothing wrong with immigration, but do it the right way and become an American. Yeah, Floridians have a whole different way of speaking. We got a whole different way of doing a lot of shit. Most people are freaking like, they come to Florida and their first fear is, oh, gators, gators. Gators aren't going to bother you. Gators lay in the sun. The only time they ever get active is during mating season, and they're going from one pond to another, trying to find a female. Let the boy alone. He's trying to get laid. Leave him be. Don't mess with him. You know, you mess with somebody who's horny, you're going to get the shaft. You know, no pun intended. But if you mess with a gator, you're going to get bit. If you just leave him alone, I mean, you can stand there and look at him all day long, and he's just going to lay there. You go poking at him, you go prodding at him, he's going to turn and he's going to bite you. But for the most part, you ain't got to worry about him. Rhonda, you headed out? All right, I appreciate you coming by, honey. I appreciate you dropping my link as well. That was very nice of you. Thank you. I don't know how to do all that stuff yet. I'm still waiting for somebody to teach me. Because Liberty and uh, Littlefoot are leaving me in the dust. They've got all their. I think Littlefoot has actually kidnapped like a Hollywood producer, and now he has him, making all his videos and shit for him. Because he's banging it. He's coming out with some great stuff. Yeah, David, I used to live in basically Central Florida. We just spoke kind of like redneck. I lived in Pasco County for a long time. I grew up in Connecticut, and everybody was like, "Well, you don't sound like you're from Connecticut." It's like Connecticut doesn't have an accent. There's certain things that I can say like father instead of father. You know, there's certain small words, but Connecticut doesn't have an accent. We just talk like a person. But when I moved down here when I was what 20, 22 years old. My 22nd birthday, I left Connecticut and I drove down. So I basically drove my birthday to Florida. And once I got down here, I started hanging around with all the rednecks. I was always into all the country shit. So I grew up with those boys. So sometimes a lot of it'll come out. I've kind of got it chilled out now. Yeah, Littlefoot is awesome. And he knows his shit too. Now, he's not up here faking it like me. Just kidding. I know certain stuff. You get me in the right genre. I know what I'm talking about. So who we still got here? Oh, we still got 8 people. That's cool. That's enough to have a party. But I do think I'm going to cut this because I do want to get up early tomorrow. You still kicking it with the cool kids, huh? Yeah, we are the silver vampires. We stay up all freaking night. We don't go to bed till the sun comes up. Ain't going down till the sun comes up. But I do have to do some pouring in the morning because we have been getting hit with some major rains. This is our rainy season right now. So every day, about 3 o'clock, 2:30, it just starts freaking pouring. Woodsy, where are you at? 6 p.m. Holy shit. You must be in freaking Alaska. You up there with Janine? No, you gotta be on the other side of the fucking country. Janine's only like 4 hours behind. Australia. Yeah, there you go. Don't worry, I'm not gonna do the matey shit for you. Or the shrimp on the Barbie or nothing that crap. But I'm glad to see that you're picking me up all the way over there. Make sure you tell all your friends. Hook me up. We gotta get to 500. Because if I can get this from Blue Blocker, that's gonna be one of my 500 GAW giveaways. Renee and me. What's going on? I'm glad you could stop by. Ugh. Getting tired. So glad I got the day off tomorrow. All right, everybody do their highs and help. Hey Renee, I still got your number 6 sitting aside for you. I didn't get rid of it. So you just let me know. Renee, let me ask you a question. Can I call you by your first name? I know some people are picky about it, but it's funny to call you Renee. I mean, I did this on a total whim, and I'm almost 2 hours in. Well, first off, I got to figure out if it's Renee or if it's, the other one. All right, John. Thank you very much. It's weird calling you Renee because I can't call you me. You see, that's the thing. I mean, you guys, you never know who's on. So, is this Renee or is this John? All right, well, that's good to know. So now I know who I'm talking to. But I was getting ready to get out of here because I got to pour Popeye and Bluto tomorrow morning. I want to get up early so I don't have any interruptions. And I need to beat that rain too. I'm just saying, every day it's starting to rain, just like clockwork. If you ain't got what you had to do done by about 2:30, 3 o'clock, here comes the rain. Forget it. Go inside. I'm working on it. See, this is why I like these. They're nice and they're small. You can just have a couple little nibbles here and there. Now, I'm not going to sit down here and just wolf down the whole pack. This pack will last me probably 3 or 4 days. Oh, are you kidding me? John, you are awesome. I will definitely have to see that. Let me know when you're doing it. That makes all the shit that I do worth it. Sometimes I put myself under a tight schedule, and it's funny because it'll be like I'll go a couple weeks without having to pour anything, but pour anything for anybody. I'm always trying to pour on my days off, trying to get ahead, get some stuff, get some stock, because I want to be able to go up on Peer Metals and put up some pictures and stuff like that and sell my stuff there. But then all of a sudden, I'll get hit with like 3 orders all at once. And it's like, fuck, I gotta do all this, I gotta do this, I gotta do that, I gotta do this. It's nice to know that people out there actually appreciate it. That's cool. I appreciate you, brother. But I'm good under pressure. I always have been. I think that's the times when I'm my best. You put me underneath the gun, and I'll make sure shit gets done and it gets done right. I've always been like that. Even at work, I've always been a problem solver. It's kind of hard to do where I work now because it's all corporate and they have their own rules and shit like that. But every other job that I've ever had, it'd be like, oh, this is a problem. What's the problem? All right, well, this is what we need to do. Or this happened, this happened. What are you gonna do? I mean, I've always been a handyman, as you know, as far as like doing anything. It'd be like, oh, there'll be an electrical problem at work. It's like, oh, we need to call an electrician. It's like, no, you don't. What the fuck? What's the problem? Go over there, change a breaker. Changing a breaker is not hard. You pop it out, you unscrew it, put the new wire in, screw it in, slide it in, clip it. Done. You don't need an electrician. Too many people out there can't do nothing anymore. That's the problem. Everybody is a specialist in absolutely nothing. I'm a dying breed. I'm a dinosaur. The only thing I wish I could do was know how to do something a little bit more on this computer shit. Because I got some great ideas, for different videos or whatever. But I don't have the knowledge, so I just need to have somebody show me. Yeah, young people can't even they can't even change a freaking tire on their car anymore. They stand on the side of the road. They call AAA. Really? The amount of time you stand there and wait for AAA, you could have been down the road already. Oh no, in corporate, if you need to change a light bulb, you need to put in the freaking paperwork. And then they have to send out the appropriate people because you are not qualified to do anything. I think, get the fuck out of my way. No, I do it at work. No, something will be screwed up and I'll just fix it. It's like you're not supposed to do that. You got this little older woman at work. She's like by the book. She's not a boss. She's just like a regular worker. But she's like, you're not supposed to do that. It's like, I'm fucking fixing it. That's it. Don't like it, you walk away. But the one good thing is my work loves me, and they give me a lot of leeway. I mean, they know I'm older. They know I'm a dinosaur. They know I talk different than these. I mean, I work with a lot of younger people. So they know I have a different attitude, different mindset. But they know they don't have to babysit me either. These young kids that are in there, they're there to try to get a check and do as little as absolutely humanly possible. And that just kills me. It's like nobody has any work ethic whatsoever anymore. It's weird. I mean, times change. I hope I don't grow up to be, well, I am growing up now, but I just hope I don't become a grumpy old man. It's hard sometimes not to, though, I tell you. Seeing what these kids do nowadays is like freaking unreal. Half of them don't even know what fucking sex they are. And I'm supposed to be I have to be nice and polite to everybody at work. Hello, welcome to so and so. How can I kiss your ass? Is basically my job. Woodsy, don't worry about it, man. You can do what you gotta do. I gotta shut this son of a bitch down anyway. I need to get up in the morning so I can do these pours. Yeah, cook something good. Oh, I said some red snapper at work today. I was like, oh, I was so tempted to buy it, but instead I bought a couple slab coins off of Capital Currency and a copper heart. I bought a copper heart and two slab coins. One was you know, silver eagle, walking liberty, some people call it, and there was a commemorative coin for Korean War. That's where my dad fought. He worked on an aircraft carrier. He fueled jets, and it blew his ears out. So my father was deaf, mostly deaf for most of his life, and then as he got older, it totally gone. So he never learned to sign or nothing like that. He would just read your lips, and I always had a long mustache, so I'd always have to push it aside, you know, so he could see my lips. But he passed. I think it's almost like 3 years now. So I am officially an orphan. If anybody wants to adopt me, you know, I'm up for grabs. But there is one nice little kicker. I don't know. I probably shouldn't say anything yet. No, I'm not gonna go there. I'm not gonna say anything yet. But it has to do with my dad. Oh shit! I probably just let some of it out, didn't I? I don't know. Let's just say better days are coming. That's all I'm gonna say. Talk to me in about a month when I'm opening packages and packages of shit I bought. Did Woodsy say what he was making? I mean, I still got half a sandwich in the fridge. I ain't even touched it yet. I made this sub last night at work. 2.5 pounds with the veggies. It's big. It's huge. I ate half of a half last night, and then I ate the other half this morning for breakfast, and now I still got a whole another half inside the fridge. I had, oh, what did I put on there? I had Cajun turkey, I had jerk turkey, I had Sausalito turkey, I had chipotle chicken, roast beef, ham, and jalapeno jack cheese. It's not, it's a big boy. And then I loaded it up with lettuce and tomato. Well, I keep my lettuce and tomato separate, until I'm ready to put it on my sandwich. But I brought home lettuce, tomato, and banana peppers, and cucumbers, and I think that was it. All right, there we are. We are officially over 2 hours. Y'all want to still hang out, or you want to give up? No, I don't like raw onion on a sandwich. My onion needs to be cooked, at least partially cooked. Onion keeps the bread from getting soggy? Well, if I don't put the veggies on it, that's why I bring home a bag of veggies. Because I don't put my veggies on my sandwich until I'm ready to eat it. The only thing in my sandwich right now is meat and cheese. And I got a bag in there with all the lettuce and all the other stuff that I'll throw on right before I eat it. But onions keep the bread from getting soggy? Do they really? I never knew that. Like I said, my onions got to be cooked a little bit. I don't like that raw onion taste. I love onions. You give me caramelized onions, I'll sit down and eat a bowl from them. French onion soup. Oh, I love French onion soup. Yeah, exactly, Renee. Exactly, John. Sorry. Exactly, John. Yeah. I never put my veggies on until I'm ready to eat it. Well, like I said, I got it at work. So we get all the bags. I wrap up my sandwich nice. I even put it in cellophane so it doesn't, get any air. Versus just sticking it in a bag like they do, like they serve to the customers, because they're gonna eat it, pretty much instantly. Me, on the other hand, I make a sandwich and it sits in the cooler for 2 hours before I get out of freaking work, and then I have my little bag of veggies and I bring it home and load up there. All right, so I think everybody's pretty much going to bed right now. I'm showing 6. So why don't we just cut this short? Well, not short. It's been 2 hours. No, I can't stand a freaking soggy sandwich. I won't even put any mayo or anything on it until I get home. All right, Danine's calling us out. So it's time to go to bed. All right, everybody. This is Cartier Silver. I want to say thank you to all of you for coming out this late in the night and hanging out for this long. I appreciate you. Um, let's pump it up. Getting close to 400, getting close to 500. You know, gonna have a nice gaw. I'm telling you. You know me. You know I'm not cheap. Want y'all to have a great night. Y'all keep on keeping on. I'll see you later. When I pour tomorrow. Maybe I'll do it live just to see what happens.